You are standing in your kitchen. It is night. The house is quiet. Everyone is asleep. Then you hear it. A scratching sound behind the wall. Small claws on wood. You freeze. Your heart beats faster. You tell yourself it is nothing. Just the house settling. Old houses make noise. You are wrong. If you have seen one rat in your house, I want you to understand something before you do anything else. You do not have one rat. For every rat you see in the daylight, there are 12 you will never see. Behind your walls, under your floor, inside your ceiling, down in the dark where they live. The one that ran across your kitchen floor, that one is the bold one. Or the hungry one. Or the one pushed out because the nest is already too full. Behind him there is a nest, and that nest is growing faster than you think. A single pair of rats, left alone with food and shelter, can become hundreds before the year is out. Hundreds. And here is the number that matters. A rat's teeth never stop growing. Never. So it never stops gnawing. On wood. On wire. On the very walls of your house. They foul 10 times as much food as they eat. They carry sickness. They ruin grain sacks. They chew through plastic like you and I chew through bread. This is not a small problem you can let sit. Stay with me. My name is Amos Yoder. I come from Amish roots. My family has farmed the same land for generations. I have lived my whole life around grain stores, around barns, around chicken coops, around the kind of places rats dream about moving into. And I have never once paid a man to come spray poison around my home. Not because I could not pay, but because my grandfather taught me a better way. And his father taught him. The way costs about $2. $2. That is less than a cup of coffee. And it works better than anything you can buy from a store. Today, I am going to show you that $2 method. I am going to show you the trap. Exactly how to build it. Exactly how to set it. Exactly where to place it. Then I'm going to show you the rest of the system, because the trap alone is only half the battle. And I'm going to tell you the part the pest control companies would rather you never figured out. The whole modern way of dealing with rats is built to keep you paying month after month for a problem our grandfathers solved for free. By the end of this video, you will be able to clear the rats out of your home yourself. This week, for the price of a bucket. Let me start by telling you why the things most people try do not work. Because if you understand that, the rest makes sense. Most folks, when they get a rat, do one of two things. They buy a snap trap, or they buy poison. The snap trap is not a bad tool, but it catches one rat. One. And then it is done. You must go reset it. If you have a real infestation, and remember, one visible rat means 12 hiding, you would need 50 snap traps. 50. And you would spend all day running from trap to trap. And here is the thing about rats that most people do not know. Rats are smart, very smart, and they are suspicious. A rat does not trust anything new. The scientific word is neophobia. Neophobia, fear of new things. A rat has it very badly. You put a strange new metal thing in his path, and he will walk around it for days. Days. Maybe 4 days. Maybe a week. Only when he is sure it will not hurt him will he finally touch it. So your one snap trap sits there untouched, and the rats keep breeding. Now the poison. The poison is worse. Poison is slow. The rat eats it. Then he wanders off and dies somewhere you cannot reach. Inside your wall, under your floor, inside your ceiling. And then you have a dead rat rotting in a place you cannot get to. Stinking up your house for 2 weeks, drawing flies, and worse than that. The poison does not stay where you put it. A neighborhood dog or a cat or an owl can eat that poisoned rat. And then that animal dies too. The very animals that are doing free rat killing for you, you kill them by accident. So poison is off the table in my home. I would tell you to keep it off yours. So what is left? What did people use before there was a poison aisle at the store and a man who sends you a bill every month? They used the simplest thing in the world. They used a bucket. Here is the trap. It costs about $2 if you already have a bucket. Even if you buy everything new, it is under $20. Under $20 to solve a problem that pest control companies charge hundreds per visit to never quite solve. You take a standard 5-gallon bucket, the kind you mix paint in, or carry water in. Any bucket that size will work. Across the top of the bucket, you lay a bar that can spin freely. The oldest way. The way my grandfather did it. Take an empty tin can, a soda can, a small food can, anything round and metal. Run a stiff wire straight through the middle of it, end to end, like an axle through a wheel. Lay that wire across the rim of the bucket, so the can hangs in the middle, and it spins freely when anything touches it. Freely, like a wheel. Now, take a small amount of peanut butter, just a little, a dab the size of your fingertip. Smear it right in the center of the can. Peanut butter is perfect because rats can smell it from very far away. A rat can smell peanut butter from clear across a large room. It is irresistible. Now take a wooden board, a simple flat piece of wood, anything a rat can climb. Lean it against the side of the bucket like a small ramp, so the rat can walk from the floor right up to the rim. That is the whole trap. A bucket, a spinning can on a wire, a dab of peanut butter, and a ramp. $2. No poison. No moving parts that break. No company sending you a bill. Now, here is how it works. And it is a beautiful thing. The rat smells the peanut butter from across the room. The smell pulls him like a magnet. He follows his nose. He finds the ramp. He climbs it. Easy. Flat surface. Natural walking. He reaches the rim of the bucket. He sees the bait sitting there in the middle of that spinning can. He steps out onto the can to reach it. The moment he puts his full weight on it, the can spins. Instantly, the rat loses his footing. He drops straight down into the bucket, straight down. No chance to grab the sides, no chance to jump back. The can spins right back to where it started, ready for the next rat. Reset. Waiting. The rat that fell cannot climb back out. The walls are too tall, too smooth, nothing to grip. He's trapped. And here is the part that makes this better than any snap trap ever made. It resets itself. Every single time. One bucket can catch 10 rats in a single night. 12 rats. 20 rats. Every rat that climbs up and steps out resets the trap for the next one automatically. You are not running around resetting 50 traps at midnight. You set one bucket. You go to sleep. And it works all night while you rest. That is the genius of it. No human needed. Just physics and rat behavior working together. Now you have a choice to make. And I want to be honest with you. You can run it dry. Or you can run it wet. If you put a few inches of water in the bottom of the bucket, the rat that falls in will drown. In the morning, you have a bucket of dead rats to bury. That is the way many old farmers did it. It is effective, and it needs nothing more from you. But if it troubles you to drown an animal, and it troubles some people, and I understand that, you can run the bucket dry. Leave the water out. The rats fall in and cannot climb out. In the morning, you have a bucket of live rats. Then you carry the bucket well away from your home, a good distance, a mile or more. If you release them too close, they will come right back. Rats have an excellent sense of direction. You let them go in a field far away. It takes more work. You must check the bucket every morning so they do not suffer. But it is the gentler way, and it works just the same. I will tell you what I do. For a bad infestation, rats eating grain, breeding faster than I can control, I run it wet. Because a heavy rat infestation is a real danger. It must be ended quickly. For 1 or 2 mice that have come into the house when the weather turns cold, I run it dry and carry them out to a far field. You decide what sits right with your conscience. Either way, the trap is the same. Either way, it works. One more honest thing. You can buy a ready-made flipping lid that clips onto a bucket at the hardware store. They cost $10 or $15, and they work fine. But you do not need it. A tin can and a wire that you already have somewhere in the house will do the exact same job. Do not let anyone tell you that you must buy something special. That is the whole point of this video. The old knowledge costs nothing. It always did. Now I must tell you the truth the way my grandfather told me. Listen carefully. This is the most important part of this whole video. The trap does not solve your rat problem. The trap cleans up the rats you already have. It is a cleanup tool. The best one. But if you don't do the other half of the work, you will be emptying that bucket forever. Every week, new rats will keep coming as fast as you catch the old ones. Because the real work, the work that actually ends a rat problem, is taking away the 2 things a rat cannot live without: food and water. A rat can squeeze through a hole the size of a quarter, smaller than you think possible. He can climb a brick wall like stairs. He can swim up a drain. You cannot keep them out by force alone, but you can make your home a place where there is nothing to eat and nothing to drink, and a rat will not stay where it cannot feed. So here is what we do. Every bit of grain, every sack of flour, every bag of rice, every box of cereal, everything a rat might eat, goes into metal, not plastic. A rat chews through plastic like it is nothing. In one night, a rat can gnaw a hole through a thick plastic container and feast on your food. Metal containers with tight lids, or thick glass jars with sealed tops. This is the first line of defense. If a rat cannot get into your food, you have taken away the main reason he came. You do not leave food out overnight. The dog's bowl comes inside after dark. Spilled grain gets swept up immediately, not left until morning. Swept up tonight. A rat lives on what you waste. Stop wasting it where he can reach, and you have cut his food supply completely. Now water. A rat needs to drink, and he needs it often. Fix the dripping tap. Fix the leak under the sink. Do not leave standing water in buckets overnight. Empty them. Turn them upside down. Take away his water, and he cannot survive in your home. A rat without water will leave within 2 or 3 days. He has no choice. And here is the number that matters. A single rat drinks about 1 ounce of water per day. If you have 30 rats behind your walls, and remember, 1 visible rat means many hidden. That is nearly a quart of water they need every single day. Take that water away. Watch what happens. Now the third part. Close what you can. Walk through your house, your kitchen, your basement. Do it in the daylight with a flashlight. Look for the holes. You will find them, because rats leave a mark, a dark, greasy smudge around the holes they use every day. From the oil in their fur. They rub the same spot day after day, night after night. The old people called them rub marks. Where you see a rub mark, you have found a rat highway. Stuff those holes with steel wool. Pack it tight. Really tight. Or cover them with metal mesh. Or patch them with a piece of tin. A rat will chew through wood, through foam, through plastic. But he cannot chew through steel. Take away the food. Take away the water. Close the holes. run your bucket. That is the whole system. That is how a home stays clear of rats without one drop of poison. I want to tell you about the other thing my grandfather always kept, the oldest rat control there is. Older than traps, older than poison. It is alive, and it purrs. A cat. Not a pampered house cat that sleeps on the sofa. A working cat. A cat with purpose. A cat that patrols. My grandfather always kept 2 or 3 good mousers around the farm, and so do I. A working cat does not need to catch every rat to earn his keep. The truth is even bigger. The smell of a cat alone, just the smell, will send rats looking for somewhere else to live. A rat is no fool. He can smell a cat, and he knows what that smell means. Danger. Death. He will move his nest off your property to somewhere safer. A good cat is worth more than 10 traps and all the poison in the world. And he works every single night. For the price of a little food and a dry place to sleep. Now, I will be honest. A cat alone will not clear out a heavy infestation fast. When the rats have already taken over, you need the bucket and the ceiling all at once to break the back of it quickly. But once you have driven the numbers down, a cat or 2 is what keeps them gone. Year after year. No work from you at all. The cat does the work every night while you sleep. The owls that sit in the trees do the same work from the air. Nature gave us the rat catchers already made. We just have to keep them around and let them do what they were born to do. My grandfather used to say, a farm without a cat is just a rat farm that has not been noticed yet. He was never wrong about these things. Now, I want to take a moment. This is the part that matters most. And it is the part the pest control man will never tell you. Think about who profits when you have rats. The pest control company profits. And they profit most when the problem never quite ends. You call them. They come. They put out poison in locked boxes. They set you up on a contract. Every month. Every quarter. A man comes. He refills the poison. He hands you a bill. Now think hard about that arrangement. If the poison truly ended your rat problem for good, if the rats were gone forever, you would not need the monthly visit. You would not need the contract. The whole business is built on the rats coming back. The poison kills the rats that ate it. That is true. But it does nothing about the hole in your foundation. Nothing about the open grain sack. Nothing about the dripping tap. Nothing about the things that brought the rats in. So the rats come back. And the bill comes back. And you pay it. Month after month. Year after year. The question is not whether rats are a problem. The question is whether you want to pay forever for a symptom or fix the cause once. And here is the deeper thing. The thing my grandfather understood without ever saying it in these modern words. A rat problem is not really a rat problem. It is a food problem. And a building problem. It is open grain, standing water, a hole nobody patched. The industry sells you a chemical answer to what is really a housekeeping answer. Because there is no money in housekeeping. Nobody can sell you a monthly contract to sweep up spilled flour and seal your foundation and keep a cat. We never paid for rat control because we never needed to. We sealed the grain. We fixed the leaks. We patched the holes. We kept the cats. And when the rats got ahead of us anyway, we set a bucket and let it work for free. $2 and a little attention. Against a bill that never ends. That is the choice. Once you see it clearly, you cannot unsee it. So here is what I want you to do, starting tonight. Tonight after dark, when the house is quiet, go quietly into your kitchen, or your basement, or wherever you have heard them scratching. Just stand there and listen. For 5 minutes. Do not move. Do not make noise. You will hear them. The scratching, the scurrying, the tiny claws on wood and wire. They are there. They have been there. In the morning, take a flashlight and look for the rub marks, those dark, greasy smudges around the holes, around the pipes going into walls, the rat highways. That tells you exactly where they travel. Then set your bucket. 5-gallon bucket. A tin can on a stiff wire across the top. Spinning freely. A dab of peanut butter in the center. A wooden board for a ramp. Wet if you have the stomach for it. Dry if you would rather carry them far away. Set it right on the path where you saw the rub marks, against a wall where they run. Rats run along walls. They do not cross open spaces unless they must. Set your trap on their road, not somewhere random. On their road. If it is a bad infestation, set 2 buckets, 3 buckets. Set them all. In the evening. And let them work all night. Do not check them every hour. Let the rats get comfortable. Let them find the peanut butter. Let the trap do what it was designed to do. In the morning, check your buckets. You will be surprised. But that surprise is the problem leaving your home. 1 bucket at a time. While the buckets do their work, do the real work. Put every bit of dry food into metal containers with tight lids. Flour, rice, sugar, cereal, everything. Not 1 plastic bag left open. Not 1. Sweep your floors. Every room, every corner. The rats live on what you drop and forget. Stop feeding them tonight. Find every dripping tap, every leaking pipe, every bit of standing water. Fix them. Tighten them. Empty them. Then go back to those rub marks. Take steel wool, pack every hole tight, tight enough that you cannot push your finger through. Cover bigger gaps with metal mesh. If you do not have a cat, go find yourself a working cat. From a farm nearby, from a shelter. There are more cats that need homes than homes that need cats. Give one a job. He will repay you every single night. Do all of it together. In 1 week. The bucket without the ceiling just empties forever. The ceiling without the bucket leaves you with the rats already inside. Together, they end it. This week, for $2. No poison, no monthly bill. No man in a van who needs the rats to come back. Let me say it all again, simply, so you remember. 1. You do not have 1 rat. You have a nest. 2. Snap traps catch 1 rat at a time. Rats fear new things. Poison kills slowly and kills everything else too. 3. The bucket trap costs $2. A bucket. A can on a spinning wire. Peanut butter. A ramp. It catches rat after rat. It resets itself. It works all night while you sleep. 4. The trap is only the cleanup. The real solution is taking away food, water, and access. Metal containers. No standing water. Steel wool in every hole. 5. A working cat is the oldest and best rat control there is. The smell of a cat alone makes rats leave. 6. The pest control industry needs your problem to continue. They sell symptom relief, not a cure. The cure is free. 7. Do everything together. This week, hit the rats from every direction at once. This is not new knowledge. It is old knowledge. Very old. It was common knowledge in my grandfather's time. Every farmer knew this. Every household knew this. Then the modern world told us we needed chemicals, contracts, experts. We needed to pay someone else to solve a problem we used to solve ourselves with a bucket and a can. They stopped teaching this. We will not. In the comments below, tell me something. Go look for the rub marks in your home tonight. Take a flashlight. Look around the base of your walls, around your pipes, under your sink. Tell me what you found. How old is your home? Did you find the dark smudges? Did you hear them moving last night? I read every comment, every single one. Tell me your story. The next video covers something my grandmother taught me. How she kept moles and pests out of the kitchen garden without one drop of poison. Without one trap. One simple thing she planted along the edge of every bed. Something they would not cross. You will not believe it is that simple. But it is. And it has worked on our family land for over 100 years. Until then, seal your grain. Keep a cat. Patch your holes. Set your bucket. And remember, the people who built this world with their hands knew things we are only just starting to remember. They stopped teaching this. We will not. Subscribe.